Oh yeah. No wait time. None of that mess. We're just going right for it. Yeah. I'm gonna share the link around. So for those of you watching this after the fact, hey, you know, it's a thing. It's definitely a thing. Let's see here. What do you mean? No. Look myself up on the interwebs. Hey. Jump over here into the old Telegram. Do. And now that that's done, now we play the waiting game. So we are gonna, mystery package on the front porch, folks. Mystery package on the front porch when I got home. So I don't know. I don't know what's in the box. We're gonna find out though. We're gonna find out what is in the box. It's from Lulu, so it's some printed books. I didn't order any books. Let's get the chat set up here. Sign into said chat. There we go. I switched to a dark theme, so I got some low light. Low light for a low life. Welcome to Orthodox Review, the most uneducated educational program on the internet today. I am your host, the guy with 1.5 thumbs, and today on the show we're going to be discussing a few new titles that are going to be coming up on the show. We're going to unbox a mystery box. We're going to drink some sake. All right, I guess I got to turn some lights on here, so let's do this. I'm going to blind myself. Oof, that is so bright. So very bright. Okay, that's not so bad. I don't look terrible. So yeah, let's well, there's only one person watching. So this is classic Junmai sake, naturally brewed from God knows what. It is 15%. I got this at the local Harris Teeter. Serving temperature, warm. On the rocks or in a cocktail. Food pairing, mildly seasoned. Grilled or potatoes, fish, meat, blah, blah, blah. Tip for warming sake. Yeah, made in Berkeley, so you know it's... I don't know. I'm not a huge sake fan, so I just figured I'd, it's 25.4 fluid ounces. So... I don't know. I'll probably wind up hating it. But we'll see. We shall see. Now, I'm not going to string it straight out of the bottle. Let's get ourselves a proper sake cup. And herein we get to use this this sake set that my buddy left me when he... So like you would put the sake right here, you know. It's from Pier 1. I don't know. Alright, here we go. Sake cup. Yeah, it's pretty clean. Now there's other accoutrement in here. I'm not doing a little pitcher. There's a sake pitcher in here, but listen, this ain't a tea ceremony, folks. This is Orthodox Review. We are decidedly low rent around these parts. So let's have a sip of sake, shall we? Smells good. Who honkin' day ho one out there? Honkin' day hone. Who's honking the horn? No one for me. So let's get into this mystery box. Let's. Oh, it's heavy. It's very, very heavy. Here, come here. Let's. Came via FedEx. 16 pounds. It shipped on June 21st. That can't be right. Oh, 7th of June, 2021. So this shipped out on Monday from Durham, I guess. I don't know. Wait, where's... Oh, okay, let's see. I guess this is the top. Hey, tire teller. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there are four books in here. What are they? And why? Oh, right. This is a 4-volume set of the original Douay Rheims from 1582. Really well formatted too. Okay, so that big ass Bible that I reviewed. Volume 3, Volume 2, Volume 1. So we got 1, 2, and 3. 3 volumes for the Old Testament, and 1 volume for the New Testament. Oh gosh, it's just so heavy. All right, back up here. Look at me. I am the captain now. All right, so yeah, a fan of the show from across the pond ordered these for the show. Wow. I mean, I would have just been happy with the New Testament, honestly. And then, so this is cool. All the annotations appear at the end of the chapters, so that's pretty cool. Yeah. The Epistle of Paul the Apostle to the Galatians. Here's the note at the beginning of Galatians. After the foundation laid in the salutation, 6, he exclaimeth against the Galatians and their false apostles, in verse 12. Considering that the gospel which he preached to them, he had it immediately of Christ himself, 15. Which, to show he beginneth to tell the stories of his conversion and preaching since then, that as he learned nothing of the other apostles, so yet he had their approbation. And then the way it's laid out, I actually kind of like the way this is laid out, because it's a single column. Oh, thanks, Teller. Yeah, man, St. Raphael, it's my patron. For a print-on-demand sort of thing, this is... Oh, the argument of the epistle of St. Paul to the Galatians. That this epistle may seem to be the first of St. Paul wrote was declared in an argument of the epistle to the Romans. That was blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah, wow. Okay, I'm really looking forward to this. I really need to start writing down names. I'll message him here in a little bit, but this is, wow. 16 pounds of Bible, baby. And, so this is the original 1982 translation. 1582, not 1982. Retard. Translated 1998 copyright. Dr. William G. Von Peters, PhD. Yeah. Current edition, Holy Saturday, April 2020. Some PhD down in Chattanooga, Tennessee. This is awesome. Oh wow, okay, it's got a facsimile of the original title page. So that's cool to have. Check that out. Oh, hey Sarah. How you doing? So that's pretty cool that there's at least that facsimile in there. Because a lot of these print-on-demand books usually are facsimile. Whoa, that's some old English right there. Latin. But, and then, so I don't know who typeset this, but they did a fine job. It's very readable. Some of the annotations are a little small, probably about 6, 7 point. But it's readable for me. Again, need glasses. But yeah, so wow. And then of course the entire Old Testament in 3 volumes down there. This is heavy stuff, both literally and figuratively. Thank you so much. That is fantastic. I look forward to spending the rest of my life trying to get through it. All right. Well, to celebrate, sip a sake. Pinky out because we're fancy. It doesn't smell bad. It smells a little like feet. Not gonna lie. For bargain sake, that's really good. So now we were discussing in the Telegram channel earlier. Listen, a lot goes on in that Telegram chat that I just am oblivious to, primarily because I can't sit on my phone all day. Like, I'm not programmed that way anymore. I'll check my socials. I do a quick run through. That's it, and then I'm off doing other things. But there was some great discussions happening in Telegram, and I happened to have popped in right when someone had a question about Western Rite practices, and I was like, you know what? Let's do a Q&A AMA stream where people can just ask me stupid questions and I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. Because it's been a while since we've done that. I will let you know now, for the less than 10 people that are currently watching. I'm recording reviews tomorrow, whether I like it or not. I've got to get them done. I've got 4 in the pipeline, and they all need to get recorded and published as soon as possible. That being said, I've got a special guest lined up for the show next week. From New Rome Press. So wait for the official announcement on that once we tie everything together. And also, I've been asked to be a guest on... Oh, welcome, Western Orthodox. Yeah, Celeste, you know what? I'm glad you popped in, because what spurred this live stream on was someone asking about the Western Rite. So welcome. But yeah, so we have the interview with somebody very special from New Rome Press coming up next week. But tomorrow night, after our normal Friday stream at about 9 p.m., I will be appearing on what's the name of the show? Beers and Beards and something. Anyway, it's my friend. It's a couple guys I know. One of them a very old friend, very old and dear friend, and his buddy, who we've met through Instagram. What the heck is the actual name of their show? Give me a... oh yeah, Brews and Beards. And actually, I had talked to Jamie about this months ago, back after I had shaved my beard off. And I was like, hey, if I grow my beard back, can I be on your show? And he was like, yeah, maybe. So yeah, they reached out, and so I'm going to be on their show. It's a much different show than what we do here, but I would highly recommend you go check them out. They're just a podcast. They're a great podcast. You can find them on Spotify and iTunes and all that. But Brews and Beards, and they are Orthodox. They focus a lot on hip hop as far as the music stuff goes, which is not really my thing, but I am kind of a fan. So it's going to be an interesting interview tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to it. Who's on my shirt? Why, it's my heavenly patron, Raphael of Brooklyn. You can get this from deathtotheworld.com. But yeah, so I think we're, well, I guess we'll keep using this camera just because it's pretty. It's got good lighting and everything. So, but excuse me, pardon me. It's been a long day for no good reason. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep, but you know, there's nothing new under the sun there. I've been working on a pedal board for my buddy Andre, who I used to be in the band with. So I've been spending a lot of time doing sound tests on that. And then we wound up hanging out for a little while. I got some coffee, but then we had beers. So, but speaking of coffee, I no longer have to drink the Folgers because I got my all-time favorite budget brand of coffee. Ladies and gentlemen, except no frickin' substitute, chock full of nuts. Let's break the seal. I think we might have to just brew a cup now because I love this coffee. Are you ready? I remember back in the day when you actually had to use a can. Oh no, that broke off. It's a good thing I'm a man. Oh. That's the way coffee's supposed to smell right there. Come on, you're out of here. Take a hike. Oh, hold on a second. This is like cocaine for me. Oh man. Also, fun fact about coffee. Sniffing it like that. It is a palate cleanser. Even smelling it like that. And I learned this the odd way by going to the Museum of Natural History in New York. Because there's all these interactive things where you smell different things. And they have these little cans with coffee beans in them that you'd shake up and sniff after you were done smelling this other sample to cleanse your nasal palate. It was pretty wild. More of a tea guy. It's the British and Tired Teller. There's nothing wrong with that. I have so much tea under here. This is the tea I've been drinking lately because because my buddy sent it to me. It's Tetley. It's but so I have not been drinking this tea. You want to know why? Because I need a samovar. And you know what? It's not going to be a traditional one. I'm getting an electric samovar because F it. I was out getting boba the other day. I sound like such a freaking hipster. So I'm out getting boba the other day with Tim. He'd never had boba before. So we went out and got some boba. And I've been to this place numerous times. It's delicious. They make great tea there. But I'm one of those people where, if I go into a new place, I'm shy. keep my head down. I'm not looking around too much. I'm not very observant. And this place is very hip. It's right by the college. A lot of young folks in there. So like every time I was in there, it was just like order my boob and get out. So I'm there and I'm actually taking the time to look around. I'm like, oh, they brew their tea in a samovar. That makes perfect sense because it's got to be super strong tea, so they had all the extra stuff. And I'm like, yeah, they got like 4 electric samovars just lined up, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get an electric samovar. So I'll add that to my list of shit that I can't really afford, but I'm gonna buy anyway. I do love tea. Listen, I love tea. Tea has its time and place, like high tea. All right, but listen. I'm from New York. Okay, I'm a Long Island boy. Long Island. I don't like that they changed the can because the old can, it wasn't a photograph. Okay, it was just like a silhouetted skyline, had the Twin Towers in it. It was great. But listen, I'm from New York. All right, we drink 2 kinds of coffee. 3. All right. First of all, you either buy any coffee at 7-Eleven. All right. You go to the grocery store. You get Maxwell House, or you get chocolate. And let me tell you something. You know what? No. There's one more. 8 o'clock coffee. Which is like on a par with the old chocker, okay? Like, listen, New York, we run on coffee in New York, folks, all right? That's how we live. We get up in the morning, we drink coffee, and we just through our day, all right? And then we drink. That's how New Yorkers survive. So this is not a luxury. This is a necessity. All right? Makes a great drum. Anyway, so that's how I was raised this way. Freak that! I love coffee. You can't talk me out of it. I love tea, but not as much as I love coffee. All right, just put that out there. The man. Hello, Milagro. Hello. I'm so happy to see y'all hanging out tonight. So, yeah, I guess we're going to switch off between chock full of nuts, coffee, Kawfee, and, my lazy ass, and this here cheap California sake. You know, we do a little bit of both. We're going to have a time, folks. Oh, yeah, we're going to have a time. Yeah, I'm going to go clean out the grinds from this morning. We're going to brew up a cup of chock full of nuts. I'm going to drink it black. I got a creamer today. Obviously, I went out and bought coffee. I'm drinking it black. I'm drinking it. It's black, baby. It's going to be black. Hold on a second. You get to see the magic. Ready? This is the magic. On a serious note here real quick, I gotta say, I don't really talk about my personal life, like my relationship, too much on the show, because, you know, who really wants to hear that shit? Anyway, listen, if you could just throw some prayers out there for Tim, I'd really appreciate it. This poor guy can't catch a break. If it ain't one damn thing, it's another. Listen, I usually don't throw out coffee, but this Folgers... Listen, you're out of here! Shoots and he scores right in the freaking garbage bag. Pray for Tim. He's got like strep or something. Something's up with his throat now. I don't know if God's pissed off at him for something, you know, but if you could just... yeah, throw a few prayers out there for him. I'd really appreciate it. Jesus, that smells good. I fucking love coffee. Alright, so while the coffee's brewing... Oh, shit. Hold on a second. I forgot to put the water in. It's bad news bears right there. Wow. I was so focused on asking you guys to pray for Tim. I forgot to put the water in. That's alright. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's gonna be okay. Excuse me. So, anyway, okay, that's out of the way. Let's talk about books. Let's talk about Christianity. Let's talk about God. Let's talk about pink flamingos. Let's talk about guitar pedals. Whatever. Coffee, tea, me. We're hanging out, folks. We're having a good time over here. We're hanging out. Hold on a second. Oh, goodness. Brilliant. Thank God there's not a price on this invoice, because I don't want to know how much this guy spent on these books. Anyway, Alexandra. Listen, it's only, like, I said the Lord's name because I love coffee. Like, thank you, Jesus, for the gift of coffee. No, this is Raphael of Brooklyn. My Seraphim Rose shirt is white. White. Hell yeah, death to the world. Pablo, hello. Alexandra, hello. Tired tellers on Budweiser. God bless you, sir. That's the queen of beers. The queen of beers. Sorry, maybe I should move the camera over here so like I can read and make pretend I'm actually looking at you guys at the same time. But yeah, so thank you, Alexandra. I appreciate that. Much like your sake, I'm cheap and from California. So, New Rome Press. They got another prayer book coming out, folks. I got an email about it the other day. They got another one. It's going to be smaller than the blue one. It's called a travel prayer book. I can't even with these people. I love them so much. And it was in talking about that with Father that I was like, hey, you want to come on the show and talk about books? And he was like, yeah, okay. I'm so stoked. It's going to be great. So, yeah, coming soon to a mailbox near you. New Rome Press, another prayer book. Because why not? I know I'm going to have issues with it. But it's only because my eyes suck. And it has nothing to do with them. That coffee is a brewed. Now. Yeah. So. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Black gold. See that right there, folks? Here. I want you to look at this. Look at this. Right here. You see that? Black gold. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that steam. Piping hot. Piping hot cup of coffee. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Piping hot cup of coffee. Hold on a second. It's too high. I gotta shave. Damn head. It's looking scruffy. Hey, Saxon. So, yeah. Gonna let that cool off for a second. Because I'm not insane. I'm not that insane. Get out of here. You're in my way. Anyway, so yeah, so Questions? Comments? Dude, Saxon. I love coffee. I love coffee. I can sit here all night. I can't tell you much about coffee. I know a little bit about coffee because, I worked for Starbucks back in the day, and they make you do all this training on, like, the history of coffee and stuff. And how it's... Listen, Starbucks, by the way, is just garbage coffee. It's over-roasted. It's fucking trash. Don't drink Starbucks. It has nothing to do with their policies. They just sell garbage coffee. But I tell you what... Gosh, that smells really, really, really good. It's hot, but it's so smooth. My goodness. Didn't even need to buy the creamer. I don't need it. Chock full of nuts. It's chock full of flavor. I love you, coffee. I love you, Theotokos. I got to... Listen, someone was commenting on one of my videos the other day. They're like, that's a great video, but I don't know about the Starbucks mug. I don't really much care for them. I'm like, take a look. It's a Theotokos, okay? It's the Theotokos. She keeps an eye out for me. Why, I don't know. She's a good mom. I heard all coffee originates from Ethiopia. You heard wrong. But there's a lot of coffee in Ethiopia. Actually, you know what? It probably does. I need to stick a foot in my mouth. Remember, there was a couple weeks ago where we had an Ethiopian Orthodox fellow on the show. And we started watching these videos on, like, they had this coffee ceremony they do over there, kind of like a Japanese tea ceremony, only, like, awesome with coffee. And it's a big thing over there. Like, that's all they do is drink coffee and hang out all day. I'm in. Oh, going to Cabo, huh? What do you think about non-canonicals? What do you mean? Like, non-canonical books, traditions, non-canonical what? Ever tried Coca-Cola coffee? No, Abraham Van Helsing, but as a fellow vampire hunter, I'm going to trust you on this. And hey, let's do it. It's doing that thing where it's just like, oh, you're in, hold on a second. Where I can't engage the microphone to do searches. Let's see here. Appearance search engine. There we go. No, I don't want secure search. Just give me my blessed Google search. I don't care if someone steals my information. You want to steal my identity? Ha ha ha, now it's your problem. Coca-Cola coffee. What is... Oh! Okay, hold on. Let me throw this up on the screen for you quick. Yeah, what is this? I remember seeing this. Is this... Oh, I can get this locally. Yeah. Okay. So what are we talking about here? What's happening? No, wait, hold on a second. There we go. All right, that's better. Coca-Cola with coffee. So it's Coke with coffee. Yeah, you know what? I seem to remember this. I've not tried it. I'm sorry to say. I've not tried it, but I will. And thank you, Mr. Van Helsing. The only thing that would make this stream better at this point is if someone named Simon Belmont logged in. I'd be in heaven. Listen, I've got a thing for vampires. And slaying them. It's a thing. There's actually, and we very, very rarely post in there anymore. There was actually an Orthodox Vampire Hunters group that a buddy of mine started on Facebook. It's kind of a meme, but it had some fun in there. I believe it. I like Coca-Cola. I'm more of a Pepsi guy, but I'll drink Coke. But you throw coffee in the mix, sold. Take my money. Okay, so non-canonical people. Oh, like Eastern nuns and stuff? Yeah. Become Orthodox. Like, stop beating around the bush. Stop LARPing. Would you dare try cat poop coffee? Well, the man. It depends. Is there actual cat poop in the coffee, or is it just a clever marketing scheme? Because if it's a clever marketing device, yeah, sure. Why not? Listen, the man, the first time I watched the original Vampire Hunter D was long before you were born. I remember watching it in the spring of 1995 on VHS from Orion Home Video. And the way they were marketing anime back then, because it really wasn't, I mean, it was just coming into the mainstream. So Orion Home Video, all their animes, they would have like kind of a trailer for all the animes they had, like, 3x3 Eyes and Crying Free Man and all that stuff. And it was a kind of a video collage set to the music of Nile from KMFDM. And that's how I discovered KMFDM. So, good stuff. What do I think of the portable EO New Testament? I love it, Dave. I did a review on that one a long time ago, and the video's, it's on the channel. But I will tell you, I love it. It's personally one of my favorites because it's a no-frills sort of edition. It's literally just the scriptures and nothing else, and I love that. The only issue that I personally have with it is the typeset is too small for me. It's not comfortable for me to read, but that's a personal issue. That has nothing to do with the publication itself. And actually, they reached out to me about it after the fact, because it was part of a general review of the EO New Testament. And the paper used for that specific version was sourced singularly. So like that paper stock was created just for that version. So that paper's not used in any other publication on the face of the planet. And what that says is that Neurone Press takes pride and absolute care in everything they publish. So yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan. But yeah, I enjoyed the second Vampire Hunter D anime, but the mixing was just terrible. The sound mixing, it's awful. All the voices are way too low. Like when they did the dub, terrible. Gotta watch it with subtitles anyway. Now the dub acting was good. Don't get me wrong there. It's just the mix was just terrible. Saxon, yeah, you're pretty much right. Yeah, coffee's Northeast African. It's, listen, Ethiopia's based, folks. Ethiopia is one of my favoritist countries. Favoritist is a bad English word, but it is one of my favoritist. I would love to go to Ethiopia. I want to hang out with those people. I want to go anywhere where there's people that just love God and just do life, Oh, Pablo, yeah. Let me tell you something. There are so many Bibles on the market here in America that it's like, comfortable large print. It's like, in what parallel demented universe is 8-point typeset large print? Listen, large print is double digit, all right? 11 and above is acceptable for large print. But yeah, no, it's... Listen, of all the Bibles I have on the shelf over there, like, half of them I have a hard time reading. And of course, the font they use, the typeset they use, it has a lot to do with the readability. Like, that's the one gripe, the one and only gripe I have with Jordanville's latest publications, is the typeset is just not easy on the eyes. Like, the pointage is fine. Like, it's like a 9-point, it's like between 7 and 9 point depending. But the types that they used, it's very difficult to read. I don't know why they decided to settle on that one, and maybe one of these days I'll rattle their cage about it. Not like it's going to change, but just for conversation's sake. Saxon loves Ethiopian food, so there you go. Oh yeah. No, New Rome takes everything. Half the reason I love New Rome Press as much as I do is because of the way they do their work. Like the translations are great, but the heart and love they put into everything they publish it's a bibliophile's wet dream. It really is. So yeah. I mean, I could talk about them all day long. Oh, and in case no one knows, I can't get all. This is so smooth. This is the perfect cup of coffee. Yeah, that's right. Ethiopia. People tried, and they fail. The Romans couldn't do it. The Muslims couldn't do it. Ethiopia is like, I would call it the safest place on earth, but maybe one of the securest. I love Ethiopians. I really do. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they don't eat a whole lot of meat over there to begin with. See, Ethiopia, they're not sub-Saharan. That's the thing. Sub-Saharan Africa is a fucking nightmare. A nightmare. But Ethiopia, they're like, their society is like in that, and this is from the outside looking in, I've never been there, but it seems to me that the way they live is like dead smack in the middle of like, simple desert living meets like slightly post-industrial revolution, where like they have a balance. Probably because they're poor, but I can dig that. And not for nothing, as much as I hate the heat, all right, I want to go. I want to go visit Ethiopia. I want to go to Egypt too. I want to go to St. Anthony's. I want to go to any monastery in Egypt. But yeah, the churches in Ethiopia, they're very different. Very, very different the way they evolved. I'd love to go there and just vibe on it for a while, do a little research. Oh yeah, I got something else coming in the mail this month. A work uniform, so to speak, for the show. So that'll be fun. Yeah, so books. Someone sent me this. St. Catherine's? Oh, absolutely. That's a must. Yes. I mean, you gotta go to St. Catherine's. It's a must. It's a must, but yeah. So, I was looking at this at the church bookstore, and then it showed up in the mail the other day. It's a novel. I haven't read it yet. I hear it's really good. It's kind of like a post-Christian American sort of like... Oh, it's written like a diary. That's pretty cool. Nice. You went in 2019. Oh, hey, John. Alexandra, regale us, please. I would love to hear. And yeah, we'll read the prologue in a little bit. Did I read it yet this morning? I don't think I did. I know I read it yesterday. What's today? Today's the 10th, right? Yeah, I have it lined up here, so we're good. So we'll get to the prologue in a little bit. What is that book? Hey, Kyle. Yeah, so it is. It's Icon by Georgia Briggs. It's about post-Christian America and this girl just connecting with faith. So I don't know. I haven't read it yet. I'm gonna read it. It doesn't look like it's too long. It's probably an easy read. But all right. Take care, Celeste. So okay, Alexandra. I'm sure it was awesome, but you know, you want to be on the show? We can video message, and I can patch you in. There's coffee. Oh. You know how long it's been since I've had a cup of black coffee that actually tastes good? Blessed Ascension, Celeste. Oh man. I can't stop. I can't stop. That was the smoothest cup of coffee I've ever drank. Chock full of nuts. Chock full of nuts. All right, Alexandra. Let's see how we can do this. You want Facebook Messenger at all? Because this is how we did it with Stephen Maynard the other day. Do I like espresso? Does the Pope wear a stupid hat? Of course I like espresso. Oh, right on. Yeah, hold on, Alexandra. I'm gonna... There you are. Alright, so here's what we can do. If you would like to be on the show, like immediately, I can just video call you on Messenger. Oh, see? There we go. Hey, oh, there you are. How's it going?
Hello.
All right. Yeah, let me just switch to the... I gotta switch my inputs here on the actual live stream so people can see you.
Okay.
There we go. All right, there you are.
I won't turn the camera to show you. My dear husband and my dear son are here. We're in San Francisco getting my son's passport in one day.
Right on.
So we gotta go pick it. He already came out from his appointment. We go pick it up at 3:30, and then Saturday we're going to Cabo. It's a trip we paid for like 2 years ago. So
Oh, wow.
I don't really want to go, but yeah, you'll have to have me on sometime so I can give everybody before the Union of All Orthodox Christian Healing Arts Center that we're
Yes.
building in our 8,000 square foot candle factory. Yeah,
So-
it's almost done.
And so what's going on with like the what is it, like a sawmill or something across the way that's causing some noise, or?
Well, they're grinding some tree stumps nearby. They're all trees from Napa that got burned.
Oh.
So they're carrying the trees down here, and they grind them up into chips that they make electricity from at the top of the hill.
Oh, neat.
They say they might be done in 7 weeks, but yeah, we are in an industrial zone, but we have 2 large infrared saunas.
Uh-huh.
I have a flotation therapy tank that I'm only going to let very Jesus prayer warriors use, not just anybody. And yeah, I talked to Father Maximus at the monastery. You know, he's the monk that he used to be Vincent Rossi, who was the leader of Christ the Savior Brotherhood back when it was a cult in the 70s, and he became Orthodox. He's like, yeah, that's a good idea. You shouldn't let anybody just use that float tank, but people that are really into the Jesus prayer, that would be interesting.
Right on.
So, and then, you know, we'll have a place where people can make art and take hikes out in the Red Hills right behind our factory.
Right on.
It's coming. It's coming. It's so good to see you.
That's good
I
to see
love
you.
hearing your accent. When I hear your accent, I just long to New York. It's
You
like
know,
I want to go to New York.
It's so weird because, you know, I haven't lived in New York since early 2009, and I never really had a thick accent until unless I'm really into something, and then it just gets really thick. So, yeah, I was excited about the coffee. Just good cup of coffee is, you know, that's liquid gold. Hey, How you
There's my
doing?
son.
Oh, hey, hello.
His name is Asa. Asa was an okay king in the Old Testament, but he wasn't a great.
One of the very
But I
few.
And then here's the man that makes the 5,000 beeswax candles at a time.
Holy heck. He looks a little tuckered out.
He's napping. He's napping. Yeah, we have a few employees, and my son just quit the sawmill, the real sawmill, so he can come work for us full time.
Oh, right on.
And yeah, it's gonna be nice. Oh, thanks for letting me pop on.
Oh, sure thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
keep in touch, and we'll set up a time where you can take us on a tour through the facility and
Yep.
tell the audience about
Yep.
everything you're doing over there. It'll be fun.
yeah, we have nice lighting now. We've got the paint on the walls. We got the doors installed. We have these 10-foot ceilings because it's in
Nice.
a warehouse.
Yes.
Which has really high. So we made them 10 feet, and we're gonna have nice flooring. We hope to have speakers come and give conferences, retreats, because we're centrally located near Yosemite.
Oh, nice.
That we're we can draw from the Bay Area up the Central Valley, but we're only about 10 miles from the St. Silouan Rocor Men's Monastery where Father Maximus is, and they have like 5 or 4 seekers now, and they got their first novice that went from a seeker. He was a 30-year-old young man named James.
Good. Glory to God.
Really cool. Yeah,
Yes.
so fun.
We need more young monks. We really do, because this whole idea of failed middle-aged men running off the monasteries is not. I learned that one the hard way.
Oh, you tried.
I tried. I tried.
I was supposed to be a nun, and I ended up getting married. But now I'm just more of a servant.
There you go. And so that's the thing too. There's a lot of people that they look in, because they become Orthodox, and they're just nose deep in asceticism, and they're all about it. I'm going to go be a monk. You know what? Not everyone needs to be a monk. Some people just need to be out here in the world doing the deal.
Yes, you are so right. And this is what we can talk about too. Is that the whole reason for the healing center to exist is to help, just make the path of the householder more interesting, richer, because people might want to come to our center and the monastery, but it'll be a little bit more laid back.
Yeah. They won't have you out there raking muck all day.
Yeah. We can actually we can watch a little TV and some good YouTube videos about Orthodoxy, but we're going to keep the prayer rule inside.
Oh yes.
And then we also want to just evangelize to the local. I envision a flyer for my first event saying, has the new age gotten old?
There you go.
There's so many pagans in our area. There's so many pagans, and I imagine that a lot of them are fed up with paganism and New Ageism, like I was.
Yeah.
So we hope to get some people come down and just learn about Orthodoxy.
Right on.
Amen. Yeah,
Amen.
good. All right. Well, I will let you go, but I really thank you for letting me hijack your whole.
Yeah, no problem at all. Happy to have you. And yeah, just keep in touch and let me know when works good for you, and we'll make it happen.
Yeah, we'll get people to come visit us real soon.
Okay. Watch out. I might wind up moving there.
Well, actually, so we did buy the land next door.
Oh, you did?
We ended up buying it, and we're going to try to do a mini park where we may have a bunch of permanent places, and we have 2 outbuildings on the property that could be turned into cells. They wouldn't have a bathroom. You'd have to go, out to the bathroom, but still, we may end up having some kind of an Orthodox community.
That would be rad.
Which would be cool. All right. Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you.
Thanks. Take care.
You as well.
Okay.
Well, there you go. That was Alexandria Union popping up on the show for a hot second. Yeah, 5,000 candles. That's a lot of dang candles, folks. It's a lot of candles. All right, so we've had a cup of coffee, so it's time for some more sake. Oh, excuse me. I think maybe that's, I don't know. I can't go toe to toe sake to coffee because I'll have a heart attack and die. But I'm gonna have to space these things out now. My phone went off, but it didn't light up, which means... Oh, it's just, geez, all of a sudden all these messages. Hark, hark, hearken he, I hear a mail truck. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Thursdays, Lord of Spirits is on Thursdays, right? Okay, Alexandria Union, her and her husband retired a couple years ago, and under the direction of Father Maximus at the local Russian monastery, they've started this Orthodox Healings Center, which is, it's kind of like, it's not a monastery, but it's like what you kind of get at a monastery without it being a monastery. So it's kind of like a retreat center, but they also produce icons, candles. And they got like a spa there and everything. Ooh, you ordered 2 books from St. Herman's. Anything good? So and they've been working on it for years, and we're friends on Facebook, so I'm constantly getting updates on what's going on over there, and it's shaping up to be pretty rad. I'm actually looking forward to a video tour, and I'd like to get out there eventually. But of course, I want to travel a lot of places eventually. But yeah, that's definitely the kind of place where I could see myself winding up, because it kind of would be the best of both worlds, both a secular and Orthodox. Well, not secular community, but like an Orthodox community that's not necessarily monastic, but kind of teetering on the edge. Plus it's. What else am I going to do with my life? Sake after the coffee. Surprisingly nice. Yeah, right on the man. And that's one of those things that a lot of people like to talk about, myself included, but no one can really get off the ground. And here they are doing it, and God bless them. That's fantastic. It's like got their son involved. Young strapping buck. That's pretty rad. Yeah, there's a bunch of folks at my parish locally that constantly talk about building like a little mini village, just a bunch of Orthodox Christians living in close proximity, and nothing ever happens. But like I'm not above like selling off a couple high-end books, buying myself a little little camper trailer or something, and just living out there. As long as I'm near water, I'm good. Her name is Alexandra Union. But definitely check her out on Facebook, and she'll have links to the Healing Center. They have a Facebook page. And it's pretty rad. It's pretty rad. It definitely looks like something worth being a part of, and most definitely something worth supporting. So yeah, it's a good. I'm sorry, like I'm in hog heaven, folks. I've got 16 pounds worth of 1582 Bible. I've got smooth sake. I've got chock full of nuts coffee. The guitar. I've got the guitar. I've got you. I've got the Lord. Prayer corner's looking real good right now. Got that vigil lamp just burning beautifully. Didn't make it to liturgy today, unfortunately. But, Lord's been on my mind. And then, I'm feeling okay. Poor Tim. Again, pray for Tim. Tim is just, he's in a sore spot. He's, he just keeps getting sick. I don't know what to do for him. There's only so much like TLC pampering and stuff you can do for someone, but it's like the poor guy's just prayers, please. Prayers, please. Anyway, so what else you guys want to talk about? We're here. We're doing this. We're hanging out. I will be playing some guitar later on in the show, just because. Like, this rekindled love for making odd noises with strings and pedals is just something I want to share. We never did finish writing that Orthodox blues song during the last live stream, which somehow got demonetized. Someone copyright claimed something on the show, and I'm like, I didn't even play anyone else's music. So, who knows? Oh, thank you for posting that, Alexandra. I'm brain farting a lot. I had like 3 beers over at Andre's earlier, and now I've had a couple shots of sake, but, I had the coffee. I should have gotten the bigger coffee can, because, like, I would drink that Folgers garbage out of necessity, alright? But this stuff, I'm telling you right now, next week, when I get paid, oh yeah, big old coffee pot. This single cup, it just ain't cutting it anymore. Yeah, Sarah does some pretty cool icons. Definitely. Now, far be it from me to waste a good box. I mean, I'm gonna have to put these back in the box, honestly. I gotta build a bookshelf. I gotta build another bookshelf. Folks, look at what I'm dealing with here. Well, yeah. Look at this. Look at this mess. You see this? You see what I have to work with here. Like check this out. Books. Got 2 stacks of books back there. Got icons I still gotta hang up. Look at books all over the place. All over. Alright, there. Look at me. I am the captain now. Alright. Folks, I don't know what to tell you, okay? I'm feeling feeling some sort of way. Hold on, yes. Set up. No, okay. It's only 5:05. This is great. So yeah, we'll stream for a couple hours. We'll probably pop over to Ancient Faith Radio to check out Father Andrew Stephen Damick on that Lord of Spirits podcast. Ancient Faith Ministries. Hold on a second here. Live call-in shows. Here we go. Let's see one. Yeah, Lord of Spirits. What time? What time does Lord of Spirits start? I'll find out in just a second. Like right after someone tells me. 6 p.m. Central? So that's... Oh, so that's now. So that's 5 p.m. our time, huh? Yeah, Thursday the 10th. Alright, they're not live yet. Oh, 8 p.m. Eastern. I forget. It's the other way. Guys, I'm not that smart, alright? Oh, Tired Teller. I'm glad you're pumping iron, baby. Honey, darling. So in an hour from now, at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to switch over to Lord of Spirits podcast from Father Andrew Stephen Damick, because honestly, it's a fantastic show. They dig deep, and they're not afraid to say things that if Father Andrew wasn't like the program director over there now, they'd probably boot him. He's kind of based. It's awesome. Uneducated. Indeed. I am uneducated. I'm pretty sure the only reason I graduated high school is because they just didn't want me there anymore. Never went to college. I'm a streetwise professor. Or some shit like that. Nah, everything I know, listen, if I was like a 20-something and had all this crap in my noodle, then it'd be like, oh wow, this diet guy knows some stuff. Listen, this is all knowledge that came about after decades of just noodling around and nerding off a little bit here and there. Like, I don't know anything that you guys can't find out for yourself, really. Like, if you were so inclined. Like, not everyone likes to geek out the way I do. So, really, this is just me. Why do I always wind up talking about myself in these situations? Whatever. Listen, I'm here for you, okay? I'm here for you. I did all the boring research that you don't have the time for. So I could just answer those questions like that. Oh, yeah. Traditional Catholic television. Hello. Father Peter here is on tonight. You gotta... Been checking out Death of the World Store. What would you recommend as your favorite zine? They're all great. Which reminds me, I loaned the latest issue to my buddy Doug. I need to kind of get that back. They're all good. They're all absolutely fantastic. Teller. But don't forget to check out the articles that are actually on the website too, because there's some fantastic stuff on there. Wait, who's Tim or Tom? Who are these people? I mean, I'm all for rosaries, don't get me wrong. But when it comes to rosaries, this is my go-to right here. I have so many rosaries, but I always wind up just going back to the simple one. I love the simple rosewood rosary. I've got a couple of them, but listen, I'm all for dry, Alexandra. You don't understand. Humidity is my worst enemy. Yeah, man, I'm so glad to see some of our Roman Catholic brothers and sisters popping into the show. It's always nice to hang out with our cousins and try not to argue about theological differences. Hey, partisan, what's happening, my dude? Yeah. Wow, things are... I just drank that sake, didn't I? Yeah, okay, I need to slow down. Do I have the Jujube rosary? Yeah. Yep, sure diddly do. And I like it. The reason I prefer these is because I can move the beads a little bit, you know. But the Jujube rosary is beautiful, and I love, like, these are made in the Philippines, right? And so I don't know if that's gonna pick that. That's laser etched. That's beautiful. But the crucifix reminds me of like a chocolate bar, and I want to chew on it. And I know it's a really weird thing to say, but no, it's a beautiful little rosary. And for what are these, $5, something like that? It's fantastic. You can't beat it. You can't beat it with a stick. It's great. I love rosaries. I have so many rosaries, guys. We just got a new priest at our little OCA mission in St. Susanna. Glory to God. That's fantastic. Is Steve the Old Believer coming back soon? God, I hope so. I was talking to him the other day, on Tuesday, and apparently he swears he's going to the post office. So I'm hoping to have him on so we can discuss whatever it is he's sending me. Wait, what's going on here? It's all about that traditional Latin Mass. Kinda, yeah. Nice. Harmonica, that's what it's all about. Yeah, I abstain from bringing my guitar to church events because I don't know any nice music. Everything I know is like either like edgy punk rock from back in the day, or just weird stuff. But traditional Catholics use 15-decade rosaries. It's 3 times the prayer. Yeah, I have a 15-decade rosary. But you know what? There's nothing stopping anyone from a 5-decade rosary doing it 3 times to get to 15. Would you like to see my 15-decade rosary? It's actually a hybrid. It's both a rosary and a prayer rope. Check this out. So this is my 15-decade rosary / prayer rope. So it is a 15-decade, as you can see, set up like a rosary, but the knots are traditional prayer rope knots. This was made by a nun in Greece. The crucifix was blessed with myrrh from the Holy Sepulchre while she was there. So there it is. Heavy duty prayer happening there. I gotta tell you, of all the rosaries I own, I do have favorites. Oh yeah. I got favorites. Let me show you my favorite one. Hold on a second. Listen, I've got like a dozen rosaries from Rugged Rosaries, at least. I collect them. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it. But is this the right one? Hold on a second. Yeah, okay. So, of all the rosaries I've gotten from Rugged Rosaries, and most of them are the paracord rosaries because they're awesome. I like to wear them, Oh, the big white one that I just showed you? That's one of a kind. I mean, a viewer sent me that. That's one of a kind. I've never seen one like it. Oh, you want it? I might just send it to you. But this is my favorite one. It's one of their battle beads, World War II ones, and it's the newer one because they have the Pardon crucifix, but this is like the new version that they have now. So this is my favorite rosary. I can't explain why. Just something about it just speaks to me. Slightly larger beads than the other battle beads. It's got a good weight to it. This is my favorite rosary. For absolutely no good reason. I have another one that's just a gunmetal patina with a nail cross, but the beads are slightly smaller, and I don't know, it just doesn't have the heft to it that I like. But yeah, this is my favorite rosary right here. Getting into Peugeot and Paul Vanderlei. All right, yeah, Peugeot. I'm on the fence about him just because something about him just rubs me the wrong way. I know Chris Anderson used to come on here and talk about how he was he was a modern Aryan, and I'm like, well, maybe. Just maybe. But yeah, he can be a little, and that's why I always tell my audience to be careful about the people you listen to on the internet, and that includes myself because I'm not always right. But and anytime you're watching this stuff on the internet and people are saying a lot of things, always talk to your priest. Always consult your priest about these things. Better safe than sorry. You know, your priest, your father confessor, your spiritual father, whoever. It's, you know, they're going to be able to help you discern all these things. I mean, I kind of wish my priest watched the show. I mean, I know he says he like occasionally will like pop over and like check out a couple minutes of an episode, but he's a priest. He's got better things to do than watch my flapping head on the internet. You know, he's got 3 beautiful children, and he's got a parish full of weirdos like me. Steve, the old believer, is coming back on the show. Yes, Father John Valdez. And his church does have a YouTube channel. And also, if you go to his church's website, you can sign up for their newsletter. And he's always sending out great stuff in his church's newsletter. So I've known John for 7-8 years now. Well, Father John now. And he's a fantastic guy. He took over Death to the World years ago because it had gone dormant. Oh, nice, Sarah. And kind of revived it with the blessing of Father Gerassim. And he's just been doing fantastic work ever since. But what a blessing it is to have him in my life. Definitely helped me out in some dark times. I'm going to wait on that one. I'll wait a few minutes. Alright, Zealot. I don't even know what it was. Oh yeah, and I'm hoping that people from my show, from my audience, who were part of the nastiness that happened last week, have been going over to his live streams and apologizing the way I did. Because, well, what a mess. I still feel pretty bad about that, but... Thoughts on Taylor Marshall, huh? I don't know, that's outside of my, scratching the head. Let's see. We are an hour and 17 in, which means it's almost time for a potty break. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. Whew. All right, I'll drink it. Nutty. Gosh, that's just so smooth. So, I'm thinking of starting a series. I was thinking about this the other day. Because obviously Orthodox Review has moved far beyond book reviews at this point. And I was thinking about doing a series on, like, people just living as Orthodox Christians in secular society. You know? Because when I had Stephen on the show, you know, Stephen's he's just a guy, you know. He teaches guitar. You know, he used to own a skate shop. You know, he's a boots on the ground, kind of just day-to-day guy, you know. And yet he has this zeal for his faith. And it got me thinking, it's like, you know what? Like, that's my audience, right? You know, I mean, it's going to be cool to have, like, publishers and stuff on the show, but I think maybe having a few notable personalities in a series where we just kind of discuss how to live an Orthodox life as just like a blue-collar schmuck, you know? Because, you know, you listen to AFR or any of these other shows, and they're always talking to these big brains, and it's like, oh, well, you know, I'm a PhD or a doctor or whatever. It's like, all right, listen. I don't want to know how the freaking 1% lives as Orthodox Christians. I want to know how, like, people like me do it. Because I struggle. Y'all know I'm on that struggle bus. Like, I want to know how, like, you know, John Q. Ortho Bro over here who, turns a wrench for a living, lives as an Orthodox Christian. I realize that, I'm the only blue-collar guy at my parish. Everyone I know there is a teacher, or they're in real estate, or they're in computers, they're doing something where it's just they got money. I'm I want to know how the low rent lives, So I'm thinking about doing something like that, I don't know. What do you guys think? Would you be interested in hearing people's stories? Hell, maybe I'll even have you on the show. We could talk to you. Oh, by the way, and that's one thing on Patreon. If there's one level on Patreon where, actually, I even the playing field over there. But I would say if you're a patron at this level, we'll have you on the show and talk to you about your life. No one's ever taken me up on the offer, but it's there. Yeah. Listen, Orthodoxy, we got it down pat, folks. Listen, Roman Catholic folks, I love you guys. You got a special place in my heart. I'm deeply, deeply rooted in my old Western tradition, because I was brought up Roman Catholic. I've been there. All right, but you know what? You want pure theology that hasn't been fucked with by popes and paid off theologians. Come on home to Orthodoxy. We got it. Nothing's changed. The same yesterday, today, and forever, just like our Lord Christ, the head of our church. I mean, it's okay. You can still love the Catholic Church, but you know what? Just like any other broken addict, you gotta love from a distance sometimes. Tradition is beautiful. Keep your traditions. Just come to where the correct theology is, where it hasn't been muddied by years and years of politics. Raul's here? Raul! My guy! What's happening, brother? Right on, Alexandra. That's awesome. Yeah, that's what did it for me. I know I've talked about, my journey to Orthodox numerous times, on the show, but it's worth repeating. I love the traditions that I was brought up in. I do. But theologically, it just doesn't work. So, when Orthodoxy was placed in front of me by happenstance and the guidance of the Holy Spirit, it's like you're eating ramen, you're sick of the freaking ramen, and all of a sudden, someone's like, here's a filet mignon, by the way, you can have these every day for the rest of your life. I'm like, I'm in. Sign me up. I'm in. So theologically, that's why I joined the church. It had nothing to do with what I thought about, the beauty of the liturgy or anything like that. It was just no, it's just theologically correct. So, with a shout, Raul. With a shout. But anyway, all right, yeah. So let me put in some musica for you, all right? And I'm not going to try to monetize this stream, so I'll play whatever I dang well please. Let someone else make a couple bucks off it. Not worried about that. And yeah, there was that fresh Adrian von Ziegler stuff, but I want to say there was something. Oh, yeah. Hold on. My buddy Simon, who used to be one of my roommates, sent me a link earlier today to this new Christian metal band. And it's brutal, but it's so good. All right, what were they called again? Holy Name. Yeah. Let's check them out. Hold on a second here. Search. Holy Name. Hey, there they are. All right. All right. So this one is called Fall on Your Knees, featuring Brooke Reeves, who, for those of you that don't know, is the singer of a band called Impending Doom. But anyway, I'm gonna put this on for you, and we'll be right back. Yeah. Alright, that's enough of that. Alright. Enough of that. Hey, what's up? I moved the camera. I was feeling like it. Anyway, yeah, ecumenism is heresy. We all know this. There's nothing new under the sun there. So, right? Path of the Householder. That's a great name. I might steal it. Well, yeah, I'm more interested in seeing how normal people live as Orthodox Christians. Like, you know, for the past 9 years, I've been listening to podcasts and interviews and stuff with it's like, oh, you know, you have an easy time because, you know, you got all this freaking money, you're successful, this, that, the other thing. It's like, listen, I'm a paycheck to paycheck guy. And this, you know, at the moment, I'm on the unemployment check to unemployment check kind of guy. You know, like, living, you know, living on street level. I want to know how other people do it. Oh, ecumenism is heresy, yo. Oh, excuse me. Maybe I should make another cup of coffee. I don't know. I'll probably have another cup of coffee after this small cup of sake. Yeah, putting a dent in it, I'll tell you that. I'm watching with some delay because someone interrupted me, but I really hope you interview regular people that live the faith. Yeah, Pablo, I'm into it, and I'm glad you guys are too. I'm always excited and thrilled when I come up with an idea and other people are into it instead of it just being like something that falls flat on its face. So yeah, so I'm gonna be reaching out to some folks about that, but yeah, I mean we got some book people coming on the show. I think Jamie Bennett's probably gonna be on the show. We got Father Maximus Constas from New Rome Press coming on the show. Stephen Maynard's going to be back. So yeah, we've got some cool stuff coming up. That's not necessarily a book review, obviously. I'll be honest with you. I've been having trouble with the book reviews lately. Because the whole idea of Orthodox review was like prayer books, service books, psalters, that sort of thing. So I'm trying to review like books, and I'm like, ugh, it's really not my not a strong suit of mine. The rapper, yeah. Well, I'm gonna be on his show tomorrow. So, oh yeah. Listen, I've been daydreaming about getting New Rome Press on the book on the show for an interview since like day one, and this is very exciting. Now, it's probably not going to be a live stream. It's going to be a pre-recorded interview. But still, I am so stoked for it. I can't wait to pick this guy's brain. Because, he's been on, he's done several interviews with Father Josiah Trenum, but not about book stuff. Yeah, Jamie Bennett is a rapper. Chunje from Royal Ruckus. But he and his buddy have a show called Brews and Beards. So they asked me to be on the show, so I'm going to be doing that tomorrow, I guess. Sucky it to me, baby. So, oh yeah. Having a good time. I feel like there was something else I wanted to show you guys tonight, but I don't know, because I posted about most of the books I got in. One was a friend from my dear friend Father Lazarus, who he's a married deacon in the Russian church, but when we first met, we were just both guys, and we were at the monastery. And then when I went to the monastery to try to be a monk, he was already a novice there. Didn't work out for him either. They sent him to seminary. They were like, "You're going to be a married priest," and he was like, "Okay." And so that's what's going. Do some reviews on liturgical commentaries. That is a fantastic idea, Austin. I may just do that. I like doing liturgical commentaries myself, actually. So that could be very cool. And in fact, you have reminded me, Mr. Austin Myers, that one of the episodes I wanted to do was a long-form episode where we actually go through the entire Divine Liturgy. Beats, Beards, and Brews. Yeah. That's right, John. That's right. I actually have a Royal Ruckus t-shirt that I will wear for that episode that I'm doing with them that says Hip Hop Tacos Life. So, it's pretty rad. Jamie sent it to me years ago. I love it. I break it out for special occasions. Excuse me. I'm not tired. I'm just yawny. Just yawny, folks. I kind of want to talk about guitar pedals a little bit. Which reminds me, I got to text Andre. I left my notebook in his truck. Bear with me, folks. I left my notebook on the dashboard. There we go. So, reason being, I mean, it's not a very important notebook. It's not my show book. It's like, it's music stuff. It's like song lyrics and effects chains and stuff like that. Because, do you guys mind if I talk about the guitar thing for a minute? Is that cool? Like, I don't want to like bore you guys and like, you know, run you off. Because it's the other thing that I nerd out about. Like, I nerd out about liturgical books, prayer books and stuff like that. And I nerd out, and this is a recent thing, mind you, I nerd out about guitar effects. For those of you that don't know, I've been playing guitar. I bought my first guitar on Halloween of 1994. I've been playing ever since. And I took a few years off because I was just like, I don't know. I was in some weird space. And then earlier this year, as you know, I went out, I bought, now you can see it there over my shoulder, bought a guitar, bought an amp. And I'd never gotten into effects pedals before. But, you know, after months and months and months of just like being fascinated by all these deep dive videos I was watching, I was like, yeah, you know, let me pick up a couple of effects. And of course, I'm like hooked. I'm like, this is so cool. Like, there's so many different sounds you can make. And so I've really gotten into the whole effects pedal thing. And it just, I caught on to it pretty quick. Talk about the Octoicos and Gregorian modes instead. Oh, we can do that. But anyway, so after months of just like casual research for fun, just like, you know, like I'd be laying in bed being like, you know, I'll listen to this video, whatever. So it's not like something I like actually put effort into. You know, I've like kind of accumulated all this knowledge, and I'm like, you know, I'm starting to mess with sounds and stuff. And so my buddy Andre, he sounds like crap. I mean, he's a great musician, but he sounds like crap. And so I've been, you know, I took his guitar and I reset the whole thing. And I'm like, all right, let's get this thing set up so it's performing correctly. And now I'm like messing with his effects that he uses. And so now I've got like this list of like, okay, these are some budget pedals that you can use to improve your sound and do this, do that, the other thing. And it's like really exciting because now like next week I get to take this guy shopping and like reset his sound. And it's like, to me, that's kind of cool. That would be the equivalent of me like hanging out with one of y'all and going to like 8th Day Books and being like, yeah, get this, and this, blah, blah, blah. You know, so it's kind of the same thing, only instead of books, it's music. So that's where I'm at. Now, the Octoicos and Gregorian modes, you'd think the two have nothing in common, but they do. Excuse me, that's probably him messaging me back. It is. Alright, cool. He's going to bring the book over. Oh boy, what are you getting into here, John? Let me see what John's posting here. Oh dang, 500 knots. Folks, take a look at this. You see this? 500 knots. Is it wool? What if 500 knots? Are you out of your mind? I mean, listen, I'm not here to judge, okay? I'm not here. You go ahead and you get one if you want to drop $200 on a prayer rope. Oh, totally, yeah, Alexandra. I'd be totally into. Yes, Spooky Cat. Listen, I've got a 300 knot prayer rope. It was given to me for free. I'd be more than happy to give it to you. Of course, I'd have to mail it to Ireland. super cool. I'm live streaming, so just shoot me a message when you get here. I stick to a 50 knot. Yeah, a lot of people like the 50 knot. I'm a fan of the 50 knot because it can double as a rosary. I know we were talking about rosaries and like doing 150 earlier. 50 knot are cool. I like the 100 knot for no good reason. I used to hate the 100 knot. Now I love it. I don't know. I go through modes. They do different sizes? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I'm sure they do all sorts of different sizes. I don't know what I would do with a 500 knot prayer rope. I would probably cower in a corner and be like afraid of it. Be like, please don't hurt me. Oh, Rhett Shull is live. That's unfortunate that I can't be there. Oh, it is beautiful. Absolutely. Yeah, everyone should have a prayer rope. Come on. Yeah, just get a 100 knot rope. I've got a bunch of prayer ropes that like... Oh, are you now? Alexandra, I've kind of wanted to read that book because I'm a fan. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of hoping he does an updated version now that he's properly Orthodox. But yeah, I was at Books A Million the other day, just digging around, looking for this, that, or the other thing. And they actually had Live Not by Lives by Rod Dreher. And I was like, oof, I kind of want to take a copy of this and just kind of put it where people can see it. Because, Books A Million, they have a great selection of Bibles. Not the best, but a good selection. But they also have a really... Like, their New Age section has quadrupled in size. And they have a huge end cap on, like, witchcraft and stuff. And it's... kind of bugs me a little bit. Oh, Roosh. Okay, so Roosh V made it a name for himself and quite a lucrative career out of blogging and writing books about how to have promiscuous sex with random women. He's Armenian ethnically and came to himself, glory to God, and embraced Orthodoxy and just did a 180. Oh, you are, Pablo. That's fantastic. So, yeah, Roosh V is a great example of the healing power of Christ, straight up. And Father Spirit on Bailey was kind of like the nail in the coffin for him, which is kind of cool. Because Father Spirit on like randomly called in to one of his live streams once. And it's up there on his YouTube channel if you want to watch it. And I love Father Spirit on Bailey. I mean, we make no... Wow, you could totally see me just like playing... that was embarrassing. Father Spirit on Bailey is probably one of the finest public priests out there. And his writings are great as well. And his YouTube channel is great. He's just a good priest. But yeah, Roosh was baptized into the Russian Orthodox Church at Jordanville on Great and Holy Friday. So, many years, Roosh. But he also has a Telegram channel, which I highly recommend you check out. And by the way, the link to our Telegram is in the description of this live stream and video, so please click on that, join the conversation. And he's not shy about talking about his journey, which is fantastic. But yeah, he writes some great stuff. He's very insightful, and he's not like one of those violently hateful people like you see so many new converts become these days, unfortunately. He's very, yeah. yeah, I thoroughly enjoy his work, and I thank God that he came home. Now, if only the Armenian Church would just suck it up and restore communion with the rest of the Orthodox Church, we'd all be in a much better place. Nom 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 nom. Sucky it to me, baby. Yeah. Talk guitar? Alright, let's talk guitar. What do you want to know? Or should I just let the guitar do the talking? So here's the thing with my guitar playing. For years and years and years and years and years, I just had a guitar and an amp. I would occasionally have like a distortion pedal. Right, Keith? Welcome, by the way. Like occasionally I would like use a distortion pedal for like extra gain. Or I would use a wah pedal, which I need to get a new wah pedal. I miss using a wah. Not that I would use it a whole lot. But the only effects that I ever really got into was because I'm a huge Queen fan, and Brian May in particular. My ex-wife had gotten me a Brian May pedal for my birthday 100 years ago. And the effects on that were very song-specific to Queen songs. And so, like, I played with that, but it was just, I used it to mimic his playing so I could play Queen songs. And that was pretty much it. Never really got into delays or echoes or phasers or chorus or anything like that. I was just like, plug in the guitar, turn up the gain, and be rah, 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 rah. And then, so when I started playing guitar again, I was really inspired by me watching these videos of like, and one channel particularly called the JHS Pedals Show. JHS Pedals is a Josh Hannibal Scott out of Kansas City, Missouri. Makes pedals. They make pedals, and he has a show where he's like the ultimate pedal nerd, so it's all like history of pedals and how things work and whatever, and I just got really into it. And now I'm playing with all these toys now that I've spent hundreds upon hundreds of dollars on. And it's just been fun. Wait, who chimed in after you said what? It's Zealot Seraphim. People should research historical roadcore to discover how it fell and changed into a very different roadcore. Yeah, we'll get right on that, Zealot. Thanks. Just been doing my research for the past decade, but, apparently I haven't done enough. Anyway, wow, they're fighting. Let's see here. Alright, Andre's pulling into the driveway now, so I will be right back. Enjoy the sound of whatever's going on out there. Sorry, I'm live streaming, so I gotta. Sorry about that. And I'm back. Notebook in hand. Big ups to Andre Riot for bringing my notebook back. So anyway, where were we? All right, let me. So this is the kind of stuff, like breaking down different pedals for this guy. It's my idea of a good time, folks. All right, that's what I do for fun when I'm not doing the other thing that I do for fun. Anyway, don't start picking your feet. What? Wait, what? I like picking my feet. I'll pick my feet if I want to. But yeah, Keith, he's been on the stream for a while. I don't know, whatever. People are gonna have their opinions. I mean, following that line of thinking, no church is safe. So whatever, let people be extremists, and they'll get theirs. Yeah, my 100 knotter, and this is my current ADC, always with me. I got this one from Orthodox Outcast. Some random anonymous nun makes these, and so this is the one I've been using lately. Obviously, it's gotten some use. Not as much use as it should get, but it's doing me solid. I gotta say, we're coming out of kind of a dark patch here on the show. Well, with the live streams, because a certain individual kind of had me riled up, and I was very extreme and negative and confrontational, and to let you know a little bit about myself, I'm very impressionable. All right, I'm not a leader, I'm a follower. Like, a strong personality can suck me in like that. So I'm glad that, and I'm happy to say this, like, we're getting back to the peace and love. Like, you know what? There's no resisting what's happening out there. Just let it happen. We're in the world, but not of the world, folks. And this is no great revelation. This is all from the fathers. This is all from the saints. Like, sure, understand history. Understand that there's more persecution coming. That there's more suffering coming. But you know what? That's the way of the world, all right? And that's just how it's going to happen. So what do we do? Like, there's no secret formula, folks. Go to church, say your prayers, remember God. Do what the Lord said. Pray for your enemies. Feed the hungry, heal the sick, visit the prisoner, bury the dead. This is all basic shit. Like, there is no, like, secret, like, esoteric thing that, like, no one's talking about that we're supposed to do. No, it's simple. Live the gospel. Yeah, Sarah. I'm starting to realize that now. Oh, right on, Alexandra. Yeah, I still haven't read it. And honestly, the reason I haven't read it is because, A, now that I know all about it, it's like, it's information I already have. And B, so many other people have read it and reviewed it. It's like, you know what? That's their thing. And that's the thing. The reviews I do, like don't get me wrong, I'm grateful that people send me books like this. Like, I'm looking forward to reading it. But, like, this is not the kind of book I review. Simply because there are countless others that do that. Like, my focus, the reason I focus on things like the prologue, prayer books, psalters, is because these are the everyday books that form the basis of our prayer life. And, like, that in of itself is a great reason, I think, to, yeah, Spooky, to focus on that. But the nerd in me is just like, in the English language, there are so many translations and always more coming out that it's just like, it's my way of nerding out and kind of sharing that with other people. So, Orthodox Review is never meant to be like some grand professional, well, this book, blah, blah. No, it's nothing like that. It's a 42-year-old man living in a rented room, geeking out about prayer books. Like, that's it. That's the show. The live streams, this is like this. There's nothing professional about this. There's nothing educated about this. This is just us hanging out, talking about whatever. So, when Jordanville sent me that book on the ecclesiastical crisis in the Ukraine, like, I'm gonna do that review. Like, it's going up tomorrow. It's happening, and I'm grateful that they thought of me to send me a copy and want my view on it. But like, that's really not the focus of the show. Although it's definitely something worth focusing on and learning from. And by the way, it is a really cool book. Whether you have a vested interest in what's going on over there or not, the historical texts alone and learning about the history of that area, worth its weight in gold. Fantastic book. I'm going to tell you right now, go pick it up. It's a quick read, and it's surprisingly easy, even though it's written like a dissertation. But still, it's a very cool book. I got to make another cup of coffee. I got to do it. I love this coffee so much. I wish I had a bigger coffee maker. Or a French press or something. I'm going to pick one up next week, folks. I'll probably pick up a French press, actually, because, Judithica sent me this great tea kettle, which I use all the time. But I can also use that for the French press. So, like, I'm really excited about that. So let's not forget to put the water in the machine before I turn it on. But also, let's do this. Oh, you can still hear me. I'm over here. I'm just gonna rinse out the basket. We'll get some fresh water in the coffee maker. I'm just kind of hoping that the microphone's picking this up. All right, here we go. Look, I'm not even gonna put any grinds in it yet until I pour this water in, because now I'm paranoid about screwing up my coffee maker. So I tell you what, if I screw up my coffee maker now, I can't go 5 days without coffee. And it's not even the caffeine. It's just that I love coffee. Hey, Andy, what's happening, my guy? Oh, come on. Come on now. It smells so good. I want to eat it. I want to eat the coffee grinds. It smells that good. You can keep your fancy coffee. Chock full of nuts all day long for me. That's it. That's all there is to it. 12 ounces of water, 1 scoop of grinds. Done. Hold on. You know what I want to do? I want to get a pillow, right? I want to get a pillow. I cut that pillow open, and I just want whole coffee beans. I'm just going to dump whole coffee beans in that pillow and have a coffee bean pillow. So all night I can just smell that delicious coffee. Oh, that's a good question. It's chock full of nuts, baby. Oh yeah, the taste of New York City. Chock full of nuts. Listen, take your Starbucks, flush it down the toilet. It's trash. All right. Take your small batch Ecuadorian first crack light grind bougie coffee and throw it at your neighbor's head. Let them deal with it. You want a good cup of coffee, you get chock full of nuts. I'm brewing this out of a garbage, like, Keurig knockoff that I got from the Dollar General for $20 like 2 years ago, okay? And when I tell you, a little while ago, I brewed a cup, all right? I drank it black, and it was smooth. It was delicious. It was perfect. It was a perfect cup of coffee. I don't even think this cup of coffee is going to measure up to that last one. But it's... listen, I've never tried those coffees, honestly. Maybe they're good. Maybe I'll try them out. Maybe I will. But I'm not talking about monastery coffees now. Listen, I'm talking about the stuff that you buy at the store. All right? You know, you go to that King Cullen or Harris Teeter or whatever the hell you got. Publix, Aldi's. You know, whatever major bougie grocery store you got in your area. Listen, 99% of their coffee is garbage. Get yourself some chock full of nuts. All right? Look at this here. Distributed by Massimo Zanetti Beverage, Suffolk, Virginia. Massimo Zanetti. Can you get more Italian than that? Can you get more New York than that? Listen. Oh yeah, and it's a steel can. And they're proud of that. Look at that. You see that? They're proud of their steel can. I'm proud of it too, because these are great for keeping screws and nuts and bolts in, or putting oil in, or whatever. But you know what? Steel is infinitely recyclable. It even says it right there. Infinitely recyclable. 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 Listen. Listen, if your coffee can, alright, like this Cafe Bustelo, that's my next go-to. Like when I want espresso, I go with the Cafe Bustelo. This can has garbage in it right now because it's just an empty can that I was using for garbage. But it's a steel can. If your coffee doesn't come in a steel can, throw it out. Like that Folgers garbage, plastic. Garbage, plastic. Don't eat or drink anything out of plastic, all right? Especially liquor. Holy shit. You want to die? You want to get sick and die? Drink liquor out of a plastic bottle. Yeah, they don't tell you that the alcohol eats away at the plastic, do they? Chock full of nuts? Oh yeah, no, that's the other one. That's the other one, Alexandra. I was talking about earlier. If you can't get 8 o'clock, at least get chock full of nuts. No, the other way around. We're drinking chock full of nuts. I was thinking about 8 o'clock coffee. If you can't get chock full of nuts, get 8 o'clock coffee. 8 o'clock coffee used to be a grocery store brand. ShopRite, okay? ShopRite in New York. You know, these grocery stores, they got their own brands of coffee. They were like, we gotta give this thing a name. So they took a poll. They put an advertisement out in the newspaper with a poll. Like, well, what time do you drink coffee? 8 o'clock was the most agreed upon time. So that's how they named the coffee. 8 o'clock coffee. Yeah, Keith, that's right. Don't like it? Get a review sample of those monastery coffees and try it. I used to live across from a cafe that imported beans directly from coffee plantations. To say the least, it was very different than Nescafe. Listen. Go outside. Put a coffee cup out there. And the next time it rains, take the water in that cup and add like just some dirt from a pothole, and that's Nescafe. All right. PG tips, huh? Ain't you fancy? No, PG tips is good stuff. Yeah, no, I've been meaning to try those monastery coffees. I just haven't yet, for no good reason. I don't have any excuses. I'm lazy. Look at me. I'm slowly becoming part of my chair. Like all that work I did to lose all that weight, out the window. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Sip of coffee. Oh, it's hot, but it's just as smooth as the first cup. I can't even open my eyes right now correctly because this coffee is so good. The smell of it. I'm having a moment here, folks. All right, this is personal. That's so good. It's so good. Cool down so I can drink you. Oh, it's so good. Chock full of nuts. Oh yeah, live stream tape. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I'm gonna have to make some dinner at some point. Ugh. See, if I didn't spend money on coffee and sake, I could order out and not have to make food. But you know, whatever. Such is life. You know, we all make those hard decisions. And for me, the decision was easy. Coffee. Because listen, I can just like pop a can of 3-bean salad and call it a day. It's something in my stomach. I'll chew on a cardboard box, but don't take my coffee away. Listen, if you've got 20 minutes, you've got time for coffee, all right? Oh, yeah. I kind of want to smoke a pipe now. I'm in pipe mode. I've got, what, 6, 7 pipes? I've got options, folks. I've got options. All right? I mean, the vape's all nice and fine, but sometimes you just want to... Best Orthodox mystics? Jeez, John. We don't have mystics, all right? We got fathers. Mystics, they're all gobbledygook. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Alexander. Like, listen, don't get me wrong. I love good tasting food. Like, Tim and I, we go to this place called Flamin' Amy's constantly for burritos. Their burritos are the best. They got this one called the Big Jerk. All right, it's a jerk chicken or jerk tofu burrito, and it's flipping. I can't get enough of these things. All right, I love good tasting stuff. But you know what? 9 times out of 10, it's like, listen, I want something that's going to fill me and has a little bit of salt on it, and that's it. Oh, listen, I was a 2+ a pack a day smoker. All right, that's why I vape now. Oh yeah, and up until recently, that's what I was doing for a living. Almost 3 years in the vape business. This stuff saved me. Vape saved me. Listen, Sarah, it's okay that you don't drink coffee. It's totally fine. Almonds? Can't do that. I'm allergic. No, for me, because like some people, it's the nicotine. Some people, it's the ritual. It's because it's an OCD thing. All right. So for me, it's I don't have nicotine in here. It's a thing. Geez, Andy, why would I want to do that? I mean, maybe if the tea was like brewed in a samovar. Oh, just to eat, you mean? Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. Like, okay, so if you're doing your tea in a samovar, and so you get like that thick wort tea, mixing that with coffee, that might be interesting depending on the tea blend. Oh. Listen, let's talk about coffee for a second here, okay? Here's what we're gonna do. There's a comedian out there. His name is Vic Dibitetto. And if this page ever loads, I'm going to say his name again because it's me saying it into the microphone because I'm doing a search. Vic Dibitetto. What? No, no. No, hold on a second. Vic Dibitetto. There we go. All right. Here we go. All right, listen. This guy's all about coffee. It's part of his gimmick. Here, we're gonna watch. Like, watch this.
Hey, what do you hear? What do you say? My Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Google Plus, your sister's ads, plenty of stuff. It's very ticked off, Vic here. You know what ticks me off? When my coffee doesn't come hot. That's what I said, coffee. I'm from New York. You had a problem with that? Shove the coffee up your ass. Anyway, it's gotta be hot. That's why they call it hot coffee. We got this freaking Keurig machine. What is this? What is this shit? These K-cups. Freaking coffee never comes hot. I want to go outside and build up a fucking campfire like the old days, the Western days with the fucking coffee. I want to see lava coming out. It's got to be hot. Not cool, not warm, not lukewarm. Hot coffee. I want to see fucking steam coming from the fucking coffee. If I wanted cold coffee, I'd ask for a Manhattan Special. But you know what a Manhattan Special is? It's cold coffee. It's a New York thing. Comes in a bottle. Manhattan's got a yellow label. Where was I? I forgot where I was. In the Midwest a few years ago. I asked the lady, the waitress, bring me Manhattan Special. She looked at me like I had 6 heads. I'm like, idiot, give me a glass of ice with a cup of coffee. So I poured the coffee in the cup with the ice. She's looking at me like I go, fucking, what is this guy doing? It's got to be hot coffee, folks. That's what ticks me off. I've had one from so many fucking coffee machines. I don't know. They all suck. They all suck. Now I'm going to get all the comments. Oh, I use this coffee. Fucking body knows everything now. Everybody's a fucking genius. No matter what I post here, all the fucking Einsteins come out. Fuck you. I like my coffee hot. All my pots suck, all right? That's what ticks me off.
And the mug. Let me tell you something about Vic Dibitetto. What a brilliant comedian he is. But, hey, look, there I am. He really is the heart and soul of New York. He has his own line of coffee now. Let's see here. There's I mean, this is a classic bit for him.
We have so much time on our hands. I have a list of things to do. Maybe you can help me. I'll add them to what you're doing, and we could split it. Can you help me out a little bit?
Help you out. You ever help me out, Henry?
I always help you out, Henry. I just need you to do some vacuuming, some laundry. I think you can handle it.
Where have I been? Doing the chores you requested 2 minutes ago.
Who told you to do them all at once?
They're done, all right? It's over.
All right, since they're we're done, would you like another cup of coffee?
Would you like another cup of coffee? And yeah, he saw the ad there for his coffee. I'm trying to find the video where he talks about his coffee. You know what? Here's the problem. We're spelling it wrong, folks. All right. It's got to be spelled Kawfee. Coffee. See, here he is with a shopping cart full of Vic Dibitetto coffee.
I got the coffee.
Oh, look at all that coffee. He's got tons of coffee there. Let me turn this up so I can hear it. Oh, yeah. He's got all the coffee.
Who wants coffee?
There you go.
Anybody want coffee? You want coffee? Who wants coffee? Here, have some coffee. Who wants coffee? Does anybody want coffee? Hey, you want coffee? Here, have some coffee. Who wants coffee? Does anybody want coffee? Who wants coffee? Anybody? You want coffee? Here, have some coffee. You ready? Here you go. Get some coffee. Who wants coffee? Does anybody want coffee? Who wants coffee?
I can watch this guy with you. Sarah, walking is good for you. You should totally go for a walk. So I tell you right now, sitting here watching my dopey live stream, it's not doing you any good. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here we go. All right.
Honey, you want some more coffee?
Who wants coffee? Anybody want coffee? Who wants my coffee? Vic Dibitetto's coffee.
Vic, we love your coffee. We're having it right now.
What flavor you got, Karen?
Right now we're drinking the dark roast, but I just love the medium roast coffee. What about you, honey?
Yeah, I like hazelnut, but you know, Vic, you came here at the right time.
Thank you, Alan.
No problem.
Vic, how do your fans get your coffee?
Great question, Karen. My fans go to my website, vicdibitetto.net. I'll also be selling after some shows, and if you're a retail store, go to info@bestendgroup.com.
Hey, Vic, how about K-Cups?
K-Cups are coming. Good question, Alan. K-Cups are coming. But in the meantime, your Keurig machine comes in a little basket. Just use that for now. K-Cups are coming. Different flavors are coming.
What about decaf?
Good idea. Decaf is on its way.
Great.
And get this, guys. Here's the best part. Vic Dibitetto's Coffee sponsors the New York City Police, Firemen, Widows, and Children's Benefit Fund, the Wounded Warriors, and get this, Karen, I know you love animals, the ASPCA.
Very nice.
Very good.
What about my dogs? I'm thinking maybe my dogs might
Of course, even dogs love coffee. Animals love coffee too. Who wants my coffee? Who wants Vic Dibitetto's coffee? Who wants coffee? Who wants Vic Dibitetto's coffee?
We love Vic Dibitetto coffee!
Here we go.
All right, no joke. Those are his real neighbors, for starters. And now that video is from 2019. Like, he actually has distribution now, like, with this coffee. So if you're a fan of coffee and you want to support some charities, go get Vic Dibitetto's coffee. Why am I on this camera? I don't know. We're over here now. We were over there. Now we're over here. All right. So what's going on in the chat here? Aged coffee? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, sure. There's no age limit on coffee. Give it to your kids. Listen, your kid's 5 years old. They're off the walls, right? You don't know what to do. You don't want to get them hopped up on pills because that Ritalin will just screw them up. Listen, give your kid a cup of coffee. It'll settle them right down. All right? Policy violations. What did I do this time? What? I don't know. I don't know what's going on over there. He doesn't want orthodoxy in his call. I'll call him right now. Like, listen, you. I was trying to pimp your coffee. I will. I'll shoot him an email. I'll be like, listen, Vic, YouTube is up to some nonsense here. Suspended? Does someone want to, like, let me know what in the crap is going on here in more than one word? Sarah, that's a capital idea. Going for a walk to get a cup of coffee. That's going for a walk with your prayer rope, getting a cup of coffee. Trifecta. It's the perfecta trifecta. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, this coffee is so good. I want to make everyone a cup of coffee. I do. Come on over. If you're ever in Wilmington, North Carolina, hit me up. We'll have coffee. It'll be great. Yeah, she's not a rabbit, bruh. Look at this. Oh, it smells so good. I love coffee, folks. I really do. Someone's a comedian. So what? So did my stream go dark because of Vic Dibitetto? Because we're gonna email Vic Dibitetto. All right. Official website. Yeah. Contact. Here we go. No. Listen, I don't want him to make a video for me on Cameo. I just want to contact him. I just want to shoot him an email and be like, Vic. Ugh. I gotta contact his manager. This is gonna be fun. We're doing this right now. Live on the internet. Policy violations. It's alright. I know his manager's not gonna answer, but I'm gonna call him anyway. And leave a nice message. 919 292 1877. Put it on speaker so everyone can enjoy. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun here. Ready for this? Just go to voicemail so I can leave you a voicemail, please. Oh yeah, exciting. This is great content, folks. This is why people tune into my live streams.
Hey, we are away from the desk right now, so please leave your name, your message, and a number, and we will get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, simply hang up or press pound for further options.
Hey, how you doing? My name's Raphael. I run a YouTube channel called Orthodox Review, and I was trying to play some of Vic's stuff about coffee to promote his coffee on my live stream, and YouTube shut me down for a violation of some kind here, and I'm just trying to spread the good news about Vic's coffee, and I don't know if it's like some algorithm thing or whatever, but maybe we can work something out so you know we can get this fixed, because you know, he's doing good work with that stuff. So yeah, let me hit me up 910-264-6588. Morning, noon, or night. I'm always around. Name's Raphael. Love Vic. Love everything he does. It's fantastic. God bless. I'll talk to you soon. There we go. Who knows? Maybe I'll get a shout out. Yeah, right. Okay, yeah. Very entertaining. Yeah, I'm having some fun. Let's see here. So, yeah, we still got an hour and a half before Lord of Spirits comes on. So we got some time to kill here. We got some time to kill. We could do some guitar. We could talk about more. We could talk about books, coffee, prayer. We could talk about my beard. It's in that floofy stage right now where it's just like not long enough to really weight itself down, so it's all puffy. Oh, right. You know what, Keith? That's not far from what I said, really. Oh, man. Ugh. But, yeah, everyone, like, you know, I mean, he's crude, he's crass. He's a New York comedian, all right? He's definitely not an Orthodox Christian, but the man's got a good heart. He's funny. And the sale of his coffee supports some great charities. So go check out Vic Dibitetto. You know, go drink some coffee. The other YouTuber that I'm really into, and I've been into for years, is Bithead1000. He's a big coffee fan too, but you know he's a Long Island guy. He's like true hometown guy. He's only a couple years older than me. Yeah, Coffee Talk with Linda Richmond. FDR's New Deal was neither new nor a deal. Discuss. Forget about it. Yeah, right. Like I literally have to try to not sound like a New Yorker. Let me see if I can do my normal non-regional diction for a moment here. It's not easy. It used to be quite effortless actually. When I moved to Wisconsin as a teenager, I didn't think I had an accent at all. And they were like, "Hey, what's with the New York accent?" Because I was in the drama club and acting and whatever. And like, so I worked very hard for quite some time. And I got to a point where, my voice was just. And then I must have. Well, when I moved back to New York. And I lived there. People were kind of dumbfounded. They were like, "You were born here?" Yeah. Well, why don't you sound like you're from New York? And I was like, "Well, I make a conscious effort not to." And so when I moved down here from New York, I just kind of let it all go. And now, if I don't put any effort into it, I have this voice. Now, do British? What kind of British? Like snooty, high lord British, Cockney British, where everything's just kind of cut off, which is kind of like that. Because I've never spent any time over there to really study dialect. So like most of the British accents I know are actually just kind of biting off specific actors like Michael Caine. Michael Caine. My name is Michael Caine. I did a movie called Alfie in which I did fourth wall breaking every 15 seconds. Like that sort of thing. So, yeah. So, uppity Brit, then Manchester Brit. Oh my gosh, Keith, you're killing me. I say, these low rents with their football. I don't think I can do Manchester, man. That's like really specific. I mean, Cockney's easy. Cockney's the one that everyone associates with British because it's just really you're really not enunciating much. You kind of talking like you got marbles in your mouth, but they're in the front. They kind of scows and boomy. If you want a headache, listen. But oh, thanks. Yeah, no, British accents are like American accents. Like there's a dozen different versions. Like you go anywhere in America, you're gonna hear a different accent. Like when you go to Wisconsin or maybe Minnesota or South Dakota. Some spots maybe in Michigan, southern Canada, you're going to have, some really long vowels and weird pronunciations, like 2 O's is a U, so like you're not on the roof, you're on the rough, beer. Whereas, like here in North Carolina, the accent it's not super thick, but it's just a little thick, where, you get, and maybe you're going fishing or spear fishing especially, or maybe even doing some flounder gigging right there on the coast. Hey, Michael! I didn't know that Alex got a job at Panera Bread. I went there with Tim for dinner yesterday, and I didn't realize it was him until I saw him in your driveway today. I was like, oh, crap, that was him. Because he came up and said hi to me, so. A Muppet. But the working class Brit, that's doable. Yeah, working class, I mean, you just, if you're in the factory or you just, work in retail, it's, I guess it's the closest thing you're going to find to like just a basic British accent. But then if you overextend the enunciation, you get more that Aussie sort of thing. Yeah, so it's weird. Yeah, your son's cute, Mike. I'm not gonna lie. Sip of coffee. Bless my heart. Yeah. No, it's cool to see him. It's cool to see him. Yeah, I like kids. I don't know, I'm weird like that. Now, if you want a proper Scottish accent, well, just go watch Count Dankula. I don't know if it's spot on or not, but it's. I used to spend a lot more time working on accents, believe it or not. Like, before I got into the book thing or the guitar pedals or any of that stuff, like just liking to pretend and liking to entertain people, I spent a lot of time doing accents. So, like, I managed a video store for several years. I was, I was a complete videophile. So I was spending a lot of time absorbing voices. So really, when I'm doing an accent, it's me doing an impersonation of someone and not necessarily an accent, although over the years it's gotten better because, I didn't take it as seriously as a craft. What's your opinion on reading books about faith from non-Orthodox? John, that's a fantastic question. Here's my opinion on that. Count Dankula is awesome. Go subscribe. Go tell him that he should tell people they should subscribe to me. Listen, there's nothing wrong with reading non-Orthodox books. I don't get why people get so upset about this stuff. It's like most books are not Orthodox. So it's like, oh, you're going to read The Cat in the Hat? That's not Orthodox. So if you're reading about some other tradition to gain an insight into it, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, just know what you're getting into, that's all. Gavin McGinnis imitating his dad is effing hilarious, speaking of Scottish accents. Right on. I'm Conor MacLeod of the Clan MacLeod, and I'm immortal. And McGinnis is a hack. And just like that, we're out of coffee. But you know what that means, right? We got to go back to the sake. That was a really good cup of coffee. Oh man. If decaf wasn't heretical, yeah, but all he does is observe, Keith. Michael Graves said it best. You got no future because you got no plan. Now, the greatest Scotsman who ever lived, as we all know, was one incredibly talented, yet singularly voiced, Sean Connery. Ever do a review on the Liturgy of the Hours? Absolutely. If you're talking about walkthrough, yeah, we discussed this a little while ago on the stream, where I think I'm going to start doing like, walkthroughs of the services, because I think that would be fun. But I've reviewed several books concerning the hours, whether it be the Eastern or Western. Yeah, because, what are you going to do? Well, you know what we're supposed to do? We're supposed to pray. If you're not praying, you're not doing nothing. Wow. I love the delicate sound of thunder outside. That sound, it's hypnotic. Anyway, yeah, just pray. We're Christians. That's what we're supposed to do. That's what we're called to do. Pray. Feed the hungry, clothe the naked, visit the incarcerated, bury the dead, pray, 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 pray. Simple things that we can all do. Like, I know a guy who's not even Christian went out of his way, and this is locally, went out of his way to like just go to like fast food joints and just buy like dozens of sandwiches and just like look for homeless people to feed. Like, dude's totally based. Watch the video I posted on Facebook today. Effing inspirational. It shall be done. We're going to Facebook, folks. And we're going to look up my buddy Mike. Alright, let's see here. Hold on a second. Michael Allen, there he is. Alright, let's see what you got. What you got? Alright, I see some pictures of your lawn. That's nice. Oh, it's America's Got Talent. Nightbird's original song. Oh yeah, I heard about this. The chick, the cancer chick. Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah. I mean, she's been all over the internet all day today. Can't get away from her. That's fantastic, though. Good stuff. Yeah, I know Mike. He like lives like a couple blocks from me. Nah, Mike's good people. I watched the Super Bowl at Mike's place. Mike makes some banging chicken barbecue, by the way. Ooh, now I'm hungry for chicken barbecue. But yeah. So we're going to do some walkthroughs of some of the services, but if you're looking for reviews of service books, they're there. You just got to dig into my channel. And in fact, there's playlists for those of you that didn't know. Hey, it's true. These are good people. There are playlists on my channel for specific categories of books, so it's easy to find. There's a whole playlist for all the Western Rite books. There's a playlist for just Jordanville books. There's a playlist for New Rome Press books. There's a playlist that's just prayer books. I got playlists, folks. Like, I make it easy for you to find my reviews. I'm doing the work. I'm doing the work. Doing the work. Well, I still kind of want to smoke a pipe, but I don't think I am, because then I gotta go outside. I do need to make some rice. I gotta do something for food. So I got beans, I got corn, I got peas, I got some rotel. Just gotta cook up some rice. Nice. I just don't feel like going downstairs and cooking rice, I'll be honest with you. I'm feeling like I just kind of want to hang out in here. I should have picked up some bread while I was out. Well, as long as you guys are having a good... You're what? Anyway, let's see what's going on at Facebook. I got all sorts of notifications and stuff, which I don't really... Oh. Why is this taking so long to load? There we go. Yay. People agree with me about things. Hey. Put a piece of duct tape over the absurd, blinding... This is funny to me. Yeah, you guys aren't going to find it funny, but let's see. Ding, ding. Everything all the way down except the mix halfway up. It's basically... Ooh. I'm gonna have to try that. Interesting. People giving me ideas on ways to tweak my pedals. So, okay, let me get out of there, because I can fall down a rabbit hole. Cheese, bread, and salami. Damn it, Pablo. That sounds good. That sounds really good. Yeah, I might have to go down and put some rice on soon. I'll probably wait till after the stream, because I think I'm going to end the stream at like 7:30, so we can all listen to Lord of Spirits over on AFR. Plus, I gotta finish up some notes for the episodes I'm recording tomorrow. Plus, I have to prep for tomorrow's live stream. The stream is not posted on Facebook. I didn't post it anywhere. This was an off-the-cuff sort of stream where I was just like, what the heck, I feel like streaming. So, it's a thing. But, yeah, I am going to call it quits in probably about 15 minutes here, put on some rice and get some work done. What time? I mean, I've already been... in 15 minutes we will have hit the 3-hour mark, so that's a typical stream for me anyway. I've had 2 cups of coffee, about not quite a half a bottle of sake, Yeah. Plus, I got all these books. I got this massive Bible that I gotta go through. I've been neglecting the show too much lately, folks. I don't blame you for not giving me super chats. Not that I don't like super chats anyway, because it takes me forever to get the money. But hey, if you're looking to support the show, there's a PayPal link in the description below. So that's a thing. Honestly, the sound of this thunder is going to knock me out. So that's a thing. So we'll go for a few more minutes. If anyone's got any more questions, I'm more than happy to answer. And then, tomorrow's stream will be scheduled. I will share it to Facebook and all that stuff, yada, yada, yada. I'm hoping that the Stephen Maynard package will show up tomorrow, and we'll be able to go through that, because that is going to be nothing but old right stuff. And that is exciting for me. I don't know. Hopefully it's exciting for you. Honestly, the only thing I'm really hoping to get is the one thing that I asked for. Well, not asked for. That he said he was going to send me like 5 years ago, which is the second edition prayer book, which I used to have and now no longer do. Cheers. That's good sake. I'm not gonna lie. That's good sake. Yeah. Well, the chat's dead. Guess that's it. 60 seconds. No questions. We'll call it a night. We'll all tune into Lord of Spirits. We'll probably see each other in the chat room on that one. Some people listen to it on Facebook, some people on the app, and some people on YouTube. Me, I don't know. I'll probably be on the YouTube one. And I will be posting under the Orthodox Review account, not my personal account. So, anyway, all right. So let's call this one. Thank you so much, everyone, for showing up. We had some fun doing an unboxing. What do you mean I gave you 2 seconds? I've been ranting on this for like a couple minutes now. Listen, I'll stay till 7 o'clock. That's fine. Yes. Okay, here it is. Right now. We're going to raid Father Peter Here's at Orthodox Ethos. Let me get the link for you. We're going to raid. As soon as I find it. Fuck you, see. Hold on a second. Hold on. My computer's being a little slow. Why is Orthodox Ethos not showing up? Hold on a second. It's not showing up in my subscriber list. That's weird. He's not streaming right now. So we can't raid, unfortunately. I thought he was supposed to stream tonight, too. Because he streams Tuesdays and Thursdays. But I don't know. Apparently he's not streaming right now. So, but there's nothing wrong with popping over to Orthodox Ethos and commenting something nice on one of his videos. Oh, Patreon only. Yeah, I used to be one of his patrons, but I had to. I was supporting so many channels on Patreon that like I was losing money, so I had to cut some fat. I kind of feel bad, but anyway. So yeah, so if you're a Patreon supporter, go over there. You know, show some love. Yeah, no, but yeah, he'll be broadcasting again Tuesday on Facebook. So maybe we'll just do a raid this upcoming Tuesday again. But at any rate, all right, I gotta go put some rice on. I gotta get settled in for the night here. I got some stuff to do. But oh, I don't know, Pablo. Let me check. Sorry. Let's see here. Hey, look at that. Yeah, it worked, Pablo. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Nani?
Right on. Well, anyway, I'm calling it a night. Thank you. Yes, Spooky. What's up, honey? Huh? You just gonna rub on stuff? I'm gonna rub on you in a minute. All right. You've just tuned into the most uneducated educational program on the internet today. My name is Raphael. I'm the host with 1.5 thumbs. You guys are awesome. I love you to bits. Gotta have a cup of coffee. And on behalf of Spooky Cat, her mom, and myself, please pray for me. I'll try my best to pray for you. Don't forget to go to church, say your prayers, and remember God.